My name is Adaeze Alaeze. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I am the coordinator of Student Athlete Development Leadership and Communications Assistant. I'm a first-generation Nigerian American, so my parents are actually immigrants and they came for college back in the early 80s, and so all I have honestly is my immediate family. I have two older brothers and then my mom and my dad. The rest of my family is back in Nigeria. So I didn't grow up with cousins or aunts or uncles or any of that, and so, you know, sports is a big reason of like a big part of my identity and how I made a lot of my friends and built like amazing friendships and mentorships. Growing up in Baltimore, I originally started off in public schools and they really weren't the best. It was rough, I guess is the best way to say it, and then because of basketball, somebody was just like, wow, you're very talented, you should probably look to go to college and you need to be in a better school for that. And so one of the AAU parents who was on my team, they actually said that they got me into the private school that I ended up going to in 7th grade. And so that was honestly like life-changing for me. I've always kind of been the token black person, and so I've always been looked at as to be the person to speak on behalf of other people or other black people on what's going on, or others have felt comfortable speaking to me on issues or problems that they may have had. Growing up, you know, my brother, we had our own differences with, you know, his run-in with the law, and so it's something that's not uncommon, like it's very familiar. And so just to see that things are still happening to black people, specifically black men, is just really frustrating. So my first true encounter with the law, I was in 6th or 7th grade, and it was because of my brother. And so, you know, just imagine being like 12 or 13 or however old you are at that age, and you know, you have your home and your whole house is surrounded by police and helicopters, and you're just waking up trying to get ready to go to school in the morning. To this day, it's a truly numbing and very anger-filled feeling that just sometimes it just puts you in a state where it's just like you just don't want to talk to people. And it's hard, and you have to keep going, unfortunately, because the world doesn't stop. When someone says my story, my truth, I definitely think it resonates with like who you are as a person and what you stand for, what you're going to stand for, and what you're currently doing. So I definitely think it allows you to share your story and allow others to get a glimpse of your life and what you've done and what you intend to do. And that's honestly the whole point of this, is to just let you know, like, you're not alone. This is your story, this is your truth, but we're all in it together. You know, I think it's very important for people to have people who look like them, who share similar backgrounds, who have similar stories, to be able to come together as one and talk about them without worrying about like, am I being judged? Is this being perceived the wrong way? Just having somebody that you can relate to is really important. And you know, it's important to use your voice because there's no time like the present. Your voices matter, and everything you say and do has a lasting effect on the ones that come after you. I think it's important just to continue to surround yourself with people who are like-minded, or at least open-minded. You know, you're not going to be able to change everybody, but there are some that are willing to learn, willing to understand, and willing to hear you out, and those are the ones that you truly have to focus your energy on, because the ones who are closed-minded and already have their opinions formed and made, they're not worth wasting your time or energy on. So it's no disrespect, but continue to just be around those who are going to be there to help you grow and become a better person. And I don't think I would be where I am today if people didn't see the value and the potential in me. Something as simple as time, energy, and effort go a very, very long way. There's nothing better than being authentic in nature, and I think that, you know, being a black woman, that is one of the hardest things that we face, is being able to be true to yourself. And you know, in college it was like, okay, I won't do this, I won't do that, I'll act this way just to make sure I stay out of the heat. But like, as I've gotten older, I'm just like, why? You know, like, you should definitely adapt to your surroundings and adapt to the people around you, but you shouldn't be the only one adapting. And so, you know, just kind of like being myself and my genuine, authentic self, I think that alone will be a great way to lead by example of like, don't be afraid to be who you are. Like, that's it. Like, I love me, I love everything about me, and if anybody doesn't love you, then they're just not for you. It's just that simple.